Race fans, here come the highlights of Powerboat Nationals 2019 Hydrocross season opener on Lake Dora in Tavares, Florida. Tavares is known as America's Seaplane City, but this weekend the Aviators had to share Lake Dora with riders of Powerboat Nationals Hydrocross Series as they began their 2019 World Championship Tour. In the first moto, Tommy Skellett rocketed away with the lead, with time trial fast qualifier Eric Degler right behind him in second. The battle for third ignited on lap 1 with 22 Tom Keller blasting up alongside of 78 Logan Hayes, hopping across the rough water to grab third. Then Logan had more trouble and surrendered fourth to brother Wyatt Hayes. Soon, leader Tommy Skellett was off his ski, and Eric Degler slid by, grabbing P1. Skellett got back on his horse in a hurry and kept second. In Hydrocross, all riders must go around the Joker buoy once every moto. Degler made his trip earlier than Tommy Skellett, and the 22 of Tom Keller followed right along. A few laps later, Skellett made the obligatory trip, but the 29 was waiting for him when he came back, and Degler snagged the lead. The rider on the move was 14-year-old Hayden Skellett, who had moved up from dead last to fourth and was running solidly with the veteran frontrunners all race long. But in the final seconds of Moto 1, Hayden's big brother Tommy had trouble, and Killer Keller popped by, stealing second. Then Hayden roared up alongside of the elder Skellett, but Tommy grabbed the throttle and kept his kid brother in fourth. This fighting helped make it a little easier for Eric Degler, and he went on to win the first moto. Course Marshal Randy raised the flag starting Moto 2. It was the 29 out in front again, and Eric Degler won the whole shot, leading with Tom Keller struggling but holding on to second. The Skellett brothers, with Tommy in third, were joined by 18 Sean Reynolds in the top 5 early. While Degler completed the first lap, Keller went for the Joker buoy early and only surrendering 2 positions, dropping him from second to fourth. Defending series champion Kyle Hayes was in unfamiliar territory outside of the top 5 as he struggled atop the rough waters of Lake Dora. Towards the middle of the moto, Tommy Skellett was in the lead. However, he was the only frontrunner that had yet to make the trip to the Joker. By the time he went for the blue buoy, Eric Degler had gotten out in front, and Skellett would barely get by Tom Keller for second. Once again, Hayden Skellett worked his way up from dead last to be riding fourth, looking to challenge the leaders for a moto podium. Killer Keller was applying the pressure to Tommy Skellett for second, but Skellett stayed cool and kept the runner-up spot. Eric Degler kept everyone behind him and went on to make it a clean sweep in qualifying, taking the second moto win. Degler, Keller, and Tommy Skellett were locked into the feature. The rest of the fleet went to the LCQ. Kyle Hayes jumped onto his brother Logan's Polaris and grabbed the whole shot ahead of 77 Glenn Young and younger brother Wyatt Hayes. However, Kyle Hayes would have to make 2 trips around the Joker as a penalty, and Glenn Young grabbed the lead with Wyatt Hayes holding second. Riders like Chad Eggleston and Robert Saya made for some interesting battles in the back, but Glenn Young would go on to grab the win in the LCQ ahead of the Hayes brothers Wyatt and Kyle. Then it was main event time on Sunday afternoon on Lake Dora. Course Marshal Randy lit the fuse and the fleet blasted away. Tom Keller took the lead with pole sitter Eric Degler in second. The battle for third was hot with Kyle Hayes and 18 Sean Reynolds battling it out. The rider to watch all weekend was Hayden Skellett, who, once again, started dead last and worked his way up to fight with the frontrunners early. Degler got the Joker early and only lost 1 slot as he filed in behind Kyle Hayes for third. He wouldn't stay in third for long as he moved to the outside of the defending series champ, retaking P2. With Degler on the other end of the course, the leader went for the long trip around the Joker buoy. He masked the gash, and Killer rocketed back onto the course without a scratch, keeping the lead over Degler. Later, Tommy Skellett was riding in fifth, and along came his kid brother Hayden, who took the spot away on the front stretch. Then third place Kyle Hayes had trouble and pulled off of the course, letting Hayden Skellett slip by. The defending champ tried to get the slot back, but this rookie rider is going to be a force in 2019. The race would not be incident-free. On the back of the course in the waning laps, Logan Hayes wiped out in front of Chad Eggleston. Then Eggleston and Wyatt Hayes made hard contact, sending Eggleston into Lake Dora. Eggleston would make it back to the dock with an injured leg. Meanwhile, the 29 was trying his hardest to catch up to the 22. But this race belonged to the guy they call Killer, as Tom Keller took the checkered flag in Tavares' April race, grabbing the first Hydrocross main event victory in 2019. Mikey Young caught up with our race winner.
We're here with Tom Keller. Killer Keller, man, you've been in this sport for a long time. Come out to the Powerboat Nationals and just killed it here on the first race.
Yeah, it feels really good. You know, I've been 18 years out of the game, and I did a race last month, and did really well out there, and really happy to come out here and give it a whirl again, and really happy with the Powerboat Nationals. What a great race it was today.
Well, I'll tell you, what'd you think of the track out there?
I thought the track was totally different. The running start, with a running start where we have to drive the boat to running up and then do a quick haul. Everybody's at full speed to the turn. I really don't do that very often. I thought it was pretty interesting. It definitely put a wild card out there.
Well, you used to run the Blood Jet Sports Tour back in the day, man. How did it feel to have 11 other competitors out there with you?
I felt really good to have those guys out there. We used to have a full lineup back in '97 when we ran the pro class really hard. It's really nice to see the sport growing and the people are starting to jump back into it and making it fun for us again and making more racing available for us.
Let's talk about paying the bills, man. You got a lot of sponsors that help you out at Thug Customs.
Yeah, one of my main sponsors is my business, Thug Cycles. We build custom choppers and everything, www.thugcustomcycles. And then I'm also a part of our team, Misfits. Misfits is a bunch of us guys that get together. We sponsor each other and help each other out. I'm also sponsored by P&P Jet Ski, one of my guys that gets out there and helps me get my boat top peak and everything.
Killer Keller, you have the bullseye on your back. Powerboat Nationals, round number 1 winner.
222, Killer Keller, I'm back.
Eric Degler finished second, and 14-year-old rookie Hayden Skellett earned the third and final step on the box. As we take a look at the championship points, a fast time trial and 2 moto victories gave Eric Degler a razor-sharp lead in the points over Killer Keller. Rookie Hayden Skellett, his older brother Tommy, and the 2018 Series champ Kyle Hayes round out the top 5 point getters. Fans, a reminder, round 2 of Powerboat Nationals 2019 Hydrocross World Championship season is right back here on Lake Dora at Wooten Park in Tavares, Florida. Join us for all the action alongside of the Hydro Drags and other racing events on May 18th and 19th. Once again, congratulations to Tom Keller on his April 2019 Hydrocross win in Tavares. Thanks for watching, fans. For everyone with Powerboat Nationals, I'm Jared Romsberg. We'll see you 24/7 at PowerboatNationals.com.